Tony, out of all my friends, Tony checks in with people. Tony goes and Tony will go to my mother's house and bring her a gift on her birthday. I love that about Tony.
That's awesome.
He'll go to my mother's house to give my niece a birthday present. Things like none of my friends do anything like that, and that's a wonderful thing Tony does. And he's better than me at that. That's an amazing thing. So I'm giving him a lot of shit here, but I promise I love you, brother.
But yeah, this also brings us to my next topic, friendships. How do you maintain these friendships throughout the years from being a kid to as an adult? Life becomes busy. You get older. Sometimes friendships kind of separate. How do you keep it strong and healthy still? What do you guys think about? How do you maintain that?
See, I'm a horrible friend. Okay. I'll own that. I have friends. I just don't text you. I won't call you for a ridiculous amount of time. And the only thing that maintains it for me is that when we link up, I give my all to those situations. I'm in there 100%. And I feel like people see that and they're willing to look past all the negative feelings of me not look past it, but maybe deal with it or whatever. But I'm bad about that. I got friends that I'm in group chats that I don't even text, unless once in a blue moon I open it. It's hard for me to. A lot of social interaction drains me. I can't be in constant communication with people. It would kill me. So I don't know. That's how it works for me. I'm not bothered at all when people don't call me or it's like, you didn't call me for my birthday? Great. I don't want to call anybody on their birthday either. That's just me.
I do think that calling somebody on their birthday puts pressure too, because then now you have to feel like I got to call them back on their birthday.
I think you should call your friends on their birthday. That's a one day out of the year. That's the bare minimum. I think you should do it. I'm bad. If it wasn't for Facebook or calendars and stuff like that, I'm not remembering almost anybody's birthday.
What about you, Mateo? How do you maintain our friendship throughout all these years?
Well, I don't have a good answer for this, considering that I got belated birthdays from y'all this week. I don't have a good answer for this question.
Wow, we just had a topic about holding shit over our heads, and you're just holding that over our heads now?
It wasn't in my mind until the exchange just now between you and Pooch.
I'll be honest, I didn't know it was your birthday. I would have hit you up if I knew. I just didn't know.
Usually I'm more on top of it. But I wasn't on Facebook this week.
No, I feel bad giving belated birthday. I feel like I screwed the pooch. It's over. I'm belated happy. What does it even mean anymore? You know that I like you. You know that I wish you well. What are you saying? I wish you well in the past. It's like I already had the moment. It was terrible. There's nothing you could say now that'll make it better. I don't know.
No, I honestly, I think I'm similar to Pooch in that sense. I've got a lot of chat groups that I just don't participate in. There's certain people I'm definitely closer to, and I make an effort to interact with them daily. I mean, our little podcast chat, I'm in there every day. I've got my Austin buddies. I'm in our chat every day. But as far as my extended friends, it's harder. It gets tough, especially as you get older. You find less and less time. The podcast itself, I mean, it takes hours out of my day every single day of my life. If I want to get a workout in, that's extra time out of my life. If I want to get anything else done in my day, it's a lot of time out of my life, and it's hard to find okay, I've got 5 free minutes now. I should text some people that I haven't talked to in a while.
Pooch would say that's a weak excuse that you're not a good friend. That's the same thing I told him. I just be busy from calling people. No, you're just
it was a very different conversation. You're saying, oh no, you were trying to say, nah, I'm mad cool with this person. We do all the thing, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, but you don't even hit them up. You don't hang out with them. You can't say that you're actively pursuing this friendship. Don't lie. If you told me, oh, I'm not actively pursuing relationships with certain people, I'd be like, yeah, I accept that. I love those people. And when we hang out, we're going to have a blast together. But you're right. I'm not doing my best at working on this thing. But you're sitting there talking about, no, I promise you, I try the hardest. It's just I'm so busy. And then I'm like, nah, but you're hanging out with all these other people. You're not that busy. You're hanging out. You're going to casinos. You're playing poker. You're gambling. You're doing all these other things. It's like, so those are all those things you'd rather do than cultivate that relationship. And that's fine. We do that every day. I stay home and play video games over meeting certain friends at the bar. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do that. That's fine, but you just got to own that decision. Like, you can't act like you can't have a foot in both doors. It don't work that way. That was what the conversation was, Tom.
That's where I have the most guilt from with friendship with y'all and like our little like extended Florida and East Coast crew in general is I don't play on my PlayStation a lot, so I don't game with y'all very often. Like it's once every 2 months, 3 months tops, something like that. And I feel bad about that, but like my preferred gaming is on my PC. I need to get better about that, I guess.
The worst too is that I used to reach out to people.
Everybody has flaws, Mateo. Don't worry.
It's true. Everybody does have flaws.
It's crazy. I don't know where
I've accepted that character trait. Mateo would say, yo, maybe we get in some gaming this weekend. And I'm just like, we're not going to play any games. He hates it. And then I just go on, you know, and it's fine.
Whenever I make that offer in my mind, I'm thinking, yeah, we could play some Power Wash on PC. I'm thinking all these PC things. And I'm like, oh, wait, shit. I got to get on my PlayStation downstairs.
We could play PC. We all have PCs. We could play them too.
Yeah,
that's
we
true.
Just need to make a date. Okay.
I had something to say.
You were going to say something.
Yeah, you guys ruined it for me.
Do we scare it out of your head?
Because it just left my head. I was something about Doughboy.
It must have not been important. That's what they said.
No, it was about Doughboy. It was super important.
Joey, I feel like you might be better at maintaining communication with your friends than any of the rest of us here, honestly. Because I know you've got a lot of people in Florida. You've got people all over the country that you talk to, it seems like, on a pretty regular basis.
Hold that thought, Doughboy.
Yeah, you were gonna say. I used to call people. I
used to call people all the time. Every week, I would have 1 or 2 conversations with people just to see how they're checking in, whatever. On my peace and quiet time, I used to sacrifice that to talk to my friends and check them out. And 2 DICKs always come up and be like, bro, why are you calling me when you're driving? Like, why? I hate these talks. What kind of, how you doing? What are you up to? I hate these talks. Like, all right, cool. I stopped calling them. I made them happy. I stopped calling them.
I actually always liked that. I thought that was impressive that Tony just randomly called someone on his way home every day. I thought it was a cool way to just reach out to people that you haven't talked to in a while, heard their voice in a while.
Facts.
I mean, it's cool. It just feels less. I'll be honest, right? One, I was one of those DICKs, right? One issue I had was I don't like small talk. I just don't. Like, I don't want to know I don't want to tell you how my day was. I don't want to know how your day was. Like, did anything bad happen? No. Did anything great happen? No. So it's just like regular, like, all right, we don't got to talk about it. Like, that's part of me. The other part felt like Tony's actions came from a lot less sincere place. And it wasn't, I'm just checking in with my friends. It was, I'm bored doing this drive, so I'm going to hit every single person up down the contact, and I just settled on you, and now you're going to entertain me for the next 10 minutes while I continue this drive.
Crazy.
That's what it felt like every single time. And I was like, bro, I'm doing other stuff right now. I can't entertain you for this. And that's how I felt. I'm going to just be honest. So those are the 2 reasons why I was just like, yo, Tone, please, I don't want to do this.
This is crazy. I like
it's
my
not
peace
crazy.
and quiet
It's what it
drive.
felt like. It's what it felt like.
Bro, I'm just driving
Yes.
home. This is my peace and quiet. I'm gonna call my friends, good friends. I'm gonna call, check on them, check on their mental
I love
health.
what he's saying. It's my piece. It's his favorite part of the day that he's ruining when he's calling everybody.
I don't listen to music. I just drive and decompress. I was like, you know what? Let me call my friends because mental health and awareness and all this is great. I need to check where they're at. I need to see. Maybe I need to talk to somebody because I'm having a stressful day. I don't know. Better.
If you opened with, yo, I just need to talk to somebody because of blah, blah, I'll hear you out. 100%.
That's a good reason. I also like the idea of doing a flip on Tony's a little bit and calling people with just random ass topic, like conversation topics. I just call someone and be like, hey, you ever seen what a baby pigeon looks like? They look terrifying. What do you think about that?
I would be so weirded out, but I'd be like, what are you calling me for? This is what you're calling me for?
But yeah, I just stopped doing it. I just call people who actually, I actually want to talk and check on.
You want to know the flip
Oh, here we go.
of what Tony also does? Tony does two things. If he's anywhere, and I mean absolutely anywhere, like he's out at a bar, or maybe he's on a cruise, or he's on a vacation, and he'll start calling everybody. Like, that's the time he needs to hit everybody up. So it's like, yo, Tony's like, yo, I'm going to go to New York to chill. I know for a fact, Tony doesn't call me the whole year. I'm going to get a call while he's on his New York vacation. I know it. I don't know why he does it. It's like he needs to show you that he's having a good time. And then the flip is, Tony, if you're on vacation, Tony will hit you up multiple times throughout like he just wants to be in your vacation. I remember when I went to Japan, Tony called me like 4 times when I was in Japan. I was like, bro, you didn't call me the whole year. A whole year has gone by. You haven't even called me once. Now you call me 4 times? Like, it's just funny. I wasn't even annoyed. I was like, it's Tony being Tony. I can accept this. This is a character trait. Not even negative. It's just a character trait.
I think I'm guilty of the same thing, dude. I love doing drunk phone calls at the bar to buddies.
Yeah, bro.
Just something about it.
I don't know. It's not like a one-up thing when I go on vacation. It's just like, yo, the vibes. Man, I wish this man was here type thing. Yeah. And then when he went to Japan,
look at this place. It's so beautiful. Look at it. And then he'll hang up. I've been on the vacation with Tony. He'll call the next person and have the same conversation. Like, what is that? Hey, I wish you were here. So beautiful. It's lit. We're getting lit. He'll be playing music and be like, ah.
That's hilarious, bro. That is a trait of mine. I don't know where the heck I get that from. That is definitely a trait of mine, bro. That's crazy. But I don't know. When he went to Japan, bro, man showed me his bathroom and all this stuff. Bro, it's crazy. I was more interested in the views and how it is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, like what it is, how it... Because I don't think I'm going to ever go to Japan anytime soon. Like, you know what I mean? But, nah, whatever. I do that. It's not a bad thing. Show love.
Not at all.
Yeah.
That was just a funny thing. I just remembered. Like, Tony, out of all my friends, Tony checks in with people. Tony goes and Tony will go to my mother's house and bring her a gift on her birthday. I love that about Tony.
That's awesome.
You know, he'll go to my mother's house to give my niece a birthday present. Things like none of my friends do anything like that, and that's a wonderful thing Tony does. And he's better than me at that. That's an amazing thing. So I'm giving him a lot of shit here, but I promise I love you, brother.
What were you gonna say? Do I cut you off?
No, it's fine. I used to be better at being like contacting friends. I'm still like decent, but I'm also so gassed out mentally sometimes where I just can't even. I'm like, all right, I'm mentally checked out for the day. New York does that to you though. You get like short day cycles over here, and it'd be getting like 4:30 in the afternoon. It's dark already. You're like, what is this? What is life? So it's a little harder to like on those days to be more like active and speaking. But I do like I have people that I hit up and I always check on and stuff like that. And I think it's important to do it. I think you know what I mean? Just letting people know that they're seen and people are thinking about them. It helps, I think.
Oh yeah, it does, man. Because like you'd be surprised, but someone could be at their wit's end, right? And you just call them, and you probably just saved their day or made their day. You know what I mean? Like there's times where I was like not in the right mindset. Doughboy would call me. I'll look at the phone and be like, "Damn, do I really want to pick this up right now?" I'm like, "I'm not. I'll pick it up." Yo, Doe. And then he'll just say something stupid or funny. I just start laughing with him. You know what I mean? It's just, and then you forget why you're in that state of mind. And then you just, damn, yo, thanks for the call, bro. Then you hang up. You just never know when and how or the reason why. Sometimes it's just good just to have that chat.
Yeah. There's not a lot of non-video calls that I reject in my life. Video calls are a different story, but non-video calls, there's not a lot that I reject in my life. Like, my exceptions are if I'm working and I'm doing something that I don't want to take a break from. But like, I mean, Tony's called me up. I've been on the treadmill. I answer the fucking phone while I'm huffing and puffing on the treadmill.
Facts. I've been on calls while I'm in the shower. Shit, no, people find it weird. I don't care. Like, you're not seeing me naked. We're just talking.
No, it's weird because
The
it's a
shower
totally
calls are
normal
weird.
thing to just be like, I was in the shower. I'm not going to answer the phone. It's like, why do you want to be on the phone with someone while you're in the shower? Wash your ass. That's
you
what
can
we're
wash
here
it.
for.
You could do
The
you could do
worst is
multiple
that he
things.
lets the water go all over his face, and then he goes and he has the phone, and he's like, "Oh."
I do
No,
that.
the-
I do that because it makes people upset.
No, the real weird thing is when Tony mixes up his phone with his loofah and he's over there just rubbing his body with the phone.
Nah, I've never done. That's crazy. They can mix in the loofah with the phone. Is
But
there-
yeah, to go ahead and ask your question.
I'm gonna put a flip to it. Are there phone calls that you would just ignore, just because you know who the person is? Whether it's a negative or a good thing they're calling you, you just know like, nah, I can't deal with that now. Are there phone
There's phone
calls like
calls that I want to ignore for sure, but I'm like Mateo said, any call I get to my phone that of a person I know, I answer no matter what.
Same.
Even video call. If anybody video calls me, I'll answer no matter what. But if it's like a group chat, almost I'm at a 99% ignore rate on group chat calls. No way I'm not picking that up. You don't need me. You don't have anything to say. You're just them group calls are like you're fishing for attention. That's it. You're like, who's gonna give me? You're trying to reel it in. That's all. This is like, hey. So it's like sometimes I got time and I'll pick it up, you know. But 99% of the time, whatever I'm doing is better than answering that call.
Our one of our other group chats, I definitely have it muted right now because I was very tired of the 7 a.m. video chats that were starting to pop in again.
Yeah,
Y'all forget about that time difference.
yeah, for real.
I mute all group chats, and then
That's
I
not
just
a bad
check
way to
on
go,
them
honestly.
periodically. Yeah.
Do you ignore people, Tony?
No, it like a lot of like my mom and all them thinks I'll be ignoring their phone calls. It's just like, yo, I don't hear it or I didn't see it, but now with the watch, I kind of pick it up by mistake, or if I have somebody talking to me, I'll try to send you the message like, give me a second, I'll call you back, but I try not to. Like I have this one cousin that will call me anytime, doesn't matter what I'm doing, I'll pick up the phone. Because most of the time they're calling me because they're drunk or they're about to drive, so I talk them out of it, or I'll go and pick them up. You know what I mean? Because it's just like, it happened like a couple times. They'll call me at 3 a.m. I'll pick up the phone dead asleep. Yo, what's up? All right, you driving? No. You drunk? No. Or yes. Oh, all right, don't drive. You want me to pick you up? Boom. Those are the conversations I have, and I'll hang up. But, you know, because you just, I don't know. I don't want to be that person where you called me because you're in some shit, and then I didn't pick up, and then you pass away. I'll feel like a piece of shit.
That's my fear.
That's my fear. I don't want to be I'm your lifeline, and I didn't pick up. That's the worst feeling.
Yeah, I don't ever think about death like that, but I'm always like, what if this person needs help in some way?
Yeah.
Like, what if they got a flat tire and I'm the person they called? I'm the only one that they could get a hold of, and I'm like, I really want to wash this car in power washing simulator right now, so I'm gonna call them back. Like, I just couldn't do that. Like, not me. And I know plenty of friends that look at phone calls and just like, I'm not answering that right now, and they just move on with their lives.
And instead, it's me calling up Pucho, asking him if he thinks that octopus are too intelligent for us to eat, and whether we should still be eating
You
calamari.
should
Or
have
not.
answered your phone. You should have answered.
We both witnessed Doughboy do that to us in Texas. This man.
I've never seen Dewey do that. That was an inebriated state. That was a whole different.
That was an altered state of mind.
This
And
man
he was on
said,
vacation mode.
drunk, sleeping. It was all the negative things you could be.
I don't know why I didn't just leave the door open, like somehow.
that's a good question, bro.
Everybody's question.
If there's a neighborhood in Austin that you probably could have left that door unlocked in, it was probably that neighborhood.
I don't remember that
nice.
neighborhood too well.
But yeah, I think to double back and answer the question, or like maybe address the question. Like, I feel like the bare minimum you should do is like keep some type of text communication with people, even if it is small talk, as long as it's in texts and nobody's like, oh, you gotta text me this second. You guys send a couple texts every day or so, a couple texts. Oh, someone sent me something, you can reply tomorrow. It's not a big deal. Like, to me, that's like ideal. Call them on on their birthdays, things like that. I feel like that's the bare minimum. I have a guy in my family. He travels a lot. Like he's in a lot of different cities often, and he just came to my house like 2 weeks ago. So he's like, he and his family came to Disney, and he's like, all right, he hit me up. He's like, yo, I'm in town. We got to link up. And when those calls come through, I'm always like, oh my God, it's Wednesday. And like, I got to like hang out with somebody. And it's like a thing. But at the end of the day, I always like it. Like, and it's like, okay, it's this guy's thing when he's out. And he'll hit up everybody, dude. Like, so like he linked up with me and my cousin's husband this past time. Then he drove south and went to my brother's house before going to Miami to go do whatever he planned on doing. He'll hit up he'll stop at he'll make a pit everywhere that he knows people. Like, and he'll bring my mother flowers and gifts and you know, always. And so it's like, it's always nice. It's always he went to my mother's house in Dominican Republic, and he actually couldn't make it, but he was gonna go. He sent a goat. He got my mom a goat.
That's awesome.
A whole goat worth of meat.
Oh,
yeah, a goat.
Oh, like
a
chopped
whole
up?
entire goat. He went to the place. He picked out the goat. They butchered the goat. They packaged it up. He gave it to his homie and said, "Yo, take it to my man's mom's." All right. So he sent my mom a goat.
That's awesome.
That's
He's
a
not, and I
one-up.
say he's my family. We grew up with him. He's not my actual family, but he's family pretty much.
The super funny thing about this is that whenever anyone else is on vacation, somehow they bump into this guy.
Oh my, because he's
Whoa.
everywhere. He's everywhere. My aunt my aunt was in Rome, and she just like ran into him. He was like, "Oh, they took pictures." I was like, "What is he doing there?" Like, and so
That's
he's
wild.
everywhere all at once.
Who is
I
this
think he's
person?
Yo, oh my
What
God.
are you
Woo.
doing? For what?
my bad.
For what reason?
Do I know him? That's all I want to know.
You've met him.
All right,
Who? It's Cletus. Okay, there's a
I
guy
met
named
him.
Cletus. Now,
I met him, and then a year later, he was around my job, and then he's like, "Hey, I know you," and I'm like,
That's insane.
What the?
"Yeah."
I think he's got Goku's instant transmission because he be everywhere. He be everywhere. Before he came to my house, he was just like in Italy or Colombia or something.
Damn.
He's a traveler. He be going all these places all the time.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and he always stops and says what's up to people. It's nice. It's a nice gesture. Not the most convenient. You know, I got to work in the morning. He's like, "Yo, I brought you a bottle. We're gonna drink it.
Damn.
I got you some gift." You know, like he brought me like a card with some money and gift cards and stuff like that. So he's always bringing gifts and things like that. So, and for him, that's the way he maintains the relationships. Everywhere, every time he stops in places, he's gonna meet up with the people that live there. Like even if he's in the state, he's gonna find a way to pass by you. Like he'll go out of his way, and that's cool, you know.
Or he'll
That is
hire
pretty
someone to bring a goat to your house.
Or he'll hire someone to bring a goat to your house.
That's awesome.
That's a crazy
My mom's
gift.
like, "What am I gonna do with a whole goat?" I think she had to go buy a freezer to put the goat. Or she had like a big cook. I can't remember, but yeah, she had to cook a lot of goat.
Dang.
De que te maldito chivo. What am I gonna?
So,
That's funny.
so the answer is reach out to your friends. Let them know you care.
Buy them a goat.
Buy them
Buy them a goat.
Buy them
Yeah.
a goat. Be a goat and buy them a goat. That's insane.
It's a real goat move.
Facts.
Not a bad idea.
A lot of fires.
What a dad joke. You guys suck.
I'm a bite
You were
pooch.
gonna walk right by Mateo. Mateo worked so hard on that.
It threw me off. I just had to keep going.
Do lambs say bad or is that goats?
I don't know, man. It's been a while since I've been around goats. Goats
Mary had a
sheep.
little
I know
lamb.
that
They
much.
like
I think that's a sheep that does that, not a goat.
sheep.
Some goats just scream. I know that much.
Ah! Have y'all seen those goat videos? Oh
Yeah.
my god, they sound like men. Ah! What are you doing?
My
I
favorite
don't know if
part
those
of,
things are real. I've been around goats. I've never heard that, but
Same.
I don't like their eyes. Those little weird like dynamic eyes they give you. Don't like that.
they look like
Dynamic
they're
eyes.
sneakily. They're up to no good. Is what
Facts.
they look like.
Big facts.